Hi, welcome to the Accountant Guy. Today, we are going to learn how to build a net worth tracker using Notion. In this tracker, first, we have a summary section, where we have the net worth goal amount we are targeting to achieve, then we have a total net worth at present, then we have the amount required to reach the net worth goal, then we have total growth achieved in the net worth since January, then we have a percentage that specifies net worth achieved in proportion to the targeted net worth amount. Next, we have a monthly net worth overview that specifies total assets for each month, total liabilities, net worth for the month, and the change in net worth for the month. Then we have the breakdown of the assets, which specifies individual assets classified into 5 categories, the amount of each asset, and the proportion of each asset to the total assets. Similarly, we have a liabilities breakdown specifying 4 types of liabilities and the corresponding amount and proportion of each liability to the total amount. In order to build this net worth tracker, we will require the use of 5 types of databases to complete building it. Each of the databases has a different requirement on its own. Let's start building the databases one by one to understand them further. First, we have the Assets and Liabilities database. This is the database where we record all our assets and liabilities for each specific month during the year. In here first, we have the asset description. We have specified 5 types of assets here. Then we have the opening balance of the asset having a number property at the start of the month. Then we have an amount showing the addition or deletion of assets for the specific period. Then we have the closing balance, that is opening balance added to the amount during the month. Thus, for each month, we have the opening balance, amount, and closing balance. We must copy the closing balance of each month and paste it onto the opening balance of the subsequent month for all the assets. We need to repeat the same for the liabilities database as well. This is how we will record the assets and liabilities in the database, specifying assets and liabilities for each month with opening balance, amount, and the closing balance. Let's proceed further. Next up, we have assets breakdown. This is essentially a breakup of all assets and their individual proportions to the total amount. Here we have listed out the same 5 assets created earlier with total amount of each month from all months combined, represented in the formula rolled up from earlier database. Then we have total assets value, calculated and rolled up from another database calculated using a formula for the same. Then we calculate the percentage of each asset to the total value of all assets combined, represented in a green bar. We need to repeat the same for liabilities breakdown, comprising of 4 types of liabilities. Let's look at next database. Next up, we have the net worth database. Here we are calculating the total assets, total liabilities, net worth, which is assets less liabilities, and then the change in the net worth for each subsequent month during the period. In the formula, for the total assets, we have considered the closing balance of assets of each month. For total liabilities, we have a closing balance of liabilities of each month. For net worth, we have deducted liabilities from the assets for the month. Besides this, for the change in net worth, we have deducted the closing net worth from the opening net worth of the assets and liabilities. Let's proceed to the next one. It's to note that all the amounts are rolled over from the assets and liabilities database we discussed earlier. Finally, we have reached the net worth summary where we summarize all the things we have discussed so far. Here we are calculating 5 things, that is net worth goal, total net worth, amount to goal, total growth in net worth, and the percentage of the net worth to the targeted net worth. We have pulled all the values from the databases we discussed so far, totaling everything as desired. This is where we have completed discussing all the databases for the net worth tracker. Let's now look into the primary dashboard of the net worth tracker. In the primary dashboard of the net worth tracker, we have the summary section where we calculate the net worth goal, total net worth, amount to goal, total growth, and the percentage of net worth goal. Here we have linked to the net worth goal database and set out in the gallery layout. Then moving on, we have monthly net worth overview, where we have specified the total assets, total liabilities, net worth, and change in net worth, and linked the same to the net worth database, set out to the gallery layout. Then we have the assets breakdown and liabilities breakdown, which are linked to the assets breakdown and liabilities breakdown databases set out in the gallery layout again. This brings us to the end of the discussion of the net worth tracker. If you like this template, download the same from the description.